Hi, this is a video to help you to use Excel in order to do some statistics or draw histograms or whatever. This is meant to help you with Lab 5. Yeah, so if you have a set of data, for example, a measurement of something, and this measurement, they did a sampling 8 times, and in each time they took 5 measurements. Actually, this thing doesn't matter because in the end we end up with a set of measurements. So what you want to do is to find this descriptive statistics, mean, standard deviation, variance, whatever. So in Excel it is really easy to do. First of all, the data need to be in one column. So if you have your data like this, or if you are copying it from some elsewhere, you have to be very careful with copying because I'm not concerned about measurements or sampling which numbers. So I just want the numbers. So what I will do is just I will copy those, select them all, copy, and then go here, open a new sheet, and then paste them here. So I have that. And also, like in Excel, you have options for pasting. We will deal with those later, but choose the first one here. Just paste. You will see your set of values. Otherwise, if it is not like that, you'll need to copy from somewhere. If you will type it, you have to be careful. So first of all, you want your values to be in one column because Excel will think that this is groups of values. So for example, I will cut it like this and paste it, but be very careful. You have to paste it down here. Just paste. You have one option for pasting, and do the rest with each one. Cut, paste. That's it. And then if you want to find the statistics for this, you will go to, because if you go to data here, there's a part data. You will not find anything about data analysis, but if you go to file and then click on options, then choose adds and add-ins. You choose add-ins and then you click and go here, you will find here one of them is analysis tool pack, which what we want. So just click on it, click OK. Now if you go to data, you're gonna find this thing here appeared. So you click on data analysis, you'll have a bunch of different things, but one of them is descriptive statistics. Just click on it, hit OK. This window will appear, and this window is saying that input range. What is the input range that you are inputting the data from? So you go select your input range from here until the end. Make sure you select it from the beginning, not. So you will see here that it is from cell A1 to cell A40. So this is what we want. Just keep it as it, columns, and then there's output options. Just choose the new worksheet apply. This will open a new sheet here to put your statistic in, just not to mix stuff together. And then check on summary statistics, and if you want confidence interval for something, let's say with 95%, just click here, and then you can choose what. I will choose 99%, for example, and then just hit the OK button, and then a new sheet will appear. This sheet will have your mean, your standard. You can always do this so you can see what is written. You have your standard error, median, mood, standard deviation, range, skewness, those stuff. You don't care about them. Minimum, maximum. You have also the sum, and also count, like how many values. So you can check this. You to make sure that you choose all the values. You didn't miss some values in, because our values are 40. So you have everything you want here. Let's say you want to do a histogram for this. You can choose. You know from here that you have the range 14, and your minimum and the maximum is 236 and the maximum is 250. So there's also an easy way to do the histogram. You go again to your sheet 2, which have the numbers, the values, and you go again for data analysis. And before you go to data analysis, you need to decide the bin size you will do. So if I look here, we have the range of 14. So if I did each bin size to be 2, and I will end up with 7 bins, which sounds reasonable. So how you work on the bin sizes, on the bin, Excel, like the bin number you will assign to something will contain, like if I say 137, then 137 will contain any number, any value here. Sorry, 237. So will contain any value here which is equal to 237 or less. If you go for 239, it will contain any value that is 239 or less, but more than 237, and so on. So yeah, choose 2, 4, 1. I'm jumping 2 by 2. 4, 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, 9, and then 2, 5, 1. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bins. Okay. Now if you go to data statistics, after you decided the bin sizes you want, you can go now to data analysis again, and you can check histogram from here and click OK. Now again, they will ask for the input range. You're gonna choose again our values from 1 to 40, and then bin range. We can choose the bin range we chose before. So here we go, and then you see this thing, like it when you choose it, it appears like this. You just click here and you go back to, and then don't make sure this is not checked. New worksheet, apply again, and yeah, that's a chart output. Click on chart output, and okay. So now you have histogram, and you have a frequency table. Like our bin 237 have this frequency, 239 have this frequency. That's it. So you now have histogram. You can always play with the size. For example, I don't like this thing here called frequency. Just click on it and then hit delete on your keyboard. It is gone. This title is histogram. You can just click on it and change it title. What also you can do, you can, for example, if you don't like the gaps between them, you can just click on one of the bars and right click and then format data. Yeah, here you can find gap width. You can change this to 0, and then you will see that they are all together. You would realize that the distribution here is not that normal. Yeah, and then you can also, if you click here on it, and you can go here. There's a bunch of things that you can play with. Borders, for example, I would like to, the borders, like there is no border here between them, so I like to have some border. So you can go here, increase the transparency, and change the color for black, for example. You will see you have now. And for example, if you want other than this, you don't want this. You don't want a frequency. You want a relative frequency table, which means that you want a percent, because I know that this measurement appeared 3 times. This appeared 3 times, but what is the percent out of the all of the trials? So you can do something here. You can divide the frequency by the total number of trials, so you can know what is the percent. So for example, I can say that this, and this is a good something in Excel. You can do a function instead of typing everything like 3/45. You can just click here on this. After you clicked on the cell, you click here, and then you just click equal, and then it is equal to this cell, right? Over just use the slash, and then 40, which is the number of the sample that I have, and then just click enter. You will find that it appeared here, Now you'll not do this for each one of them. You can just copy paste. When you copy paste, you will see that it does not take this cell. It just like this cell was equal to B2, which is this cell, over 40. But this one here is B3. So when you copy, Excel is smart enough to know that you want the cell after it. So yeah, I just continue, like, yeah, you can just select all of them until here and then just click paste, and then you have paste options. Just choose the first one. You'll see how it looks, but it does not look very good. You want it to be percents, not 0.4 or whatever. So you can just select them, all of them, go here, click in home. You will find here a percent sign here. Just click on it. You will find that you get everything in percent. So let's say you want this table. You can even copy this table and take it anywhere you want. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And plus, if you want to do, for example, if you want to do the statistics but step by step, you don't want to do like this. Yeah, we did it. We got all the statistics by Excel, but let's say you want to make the variance, for example, step by step. So how you find the sample? So you find the sample by squaring by summing the square of the deviation of the mean, which is, yeah, x minus x bar squared, and then you sum it for all x, which is all the 40 values, and then you divide it by n minus 1, something like that. So an easier way to do it, you have something called functions for Excel. For example, if you want to find the deviation of the sum of squared of the deviations of all of those samples, there is a function that does that, and you can just Google just Excel stat functions. The first thing that appears is statistical functions Excel, and you'll find a bunch of different things. We could have used them instead of like finding the whole statistics one time, but it's much easier. So one of them, I'll just find it. It is sum. Yeah, it is here. Deviation sum squared returns the sum of squares of deviation. So divs sq deviations squared, sum squared, or whatever. So you can just use this. So you can, for example, I want it to be here, and remember that the mean, we know that the mean is 244.6. so let's copy the mean and just paste it in sheet 2 so I can, and when you paste it now, just paste it as a number because you don't want it as a function. Paste it as a number. You see 1 2 3, yeah, just paste it as a number, and now you have your mean here. So the sum of squared deviations will be like this. You choose any cell that you want the answer to be in, and click here, click equals, open up, yeah, not open up, write the name that we got from the website, which is div sq. So div sq, and then open a bracket. It will ask you for the range of numbers first of all, so you choose the numbers you have here, and then just close the bracket and then hit enter. You'll find here, this is actually the deviation, the sum of deviation squared. You didn't need actually to find it to get the mean, because actually it's already the functions just calculates the mean and then like minus each value, minus the mean, and then square it and sum it and then give you the answer. So let's check if this answer is the same as the one we got here, sheet 3, sheet 2, sheet 3. Yeah, we have that the sample variance is 10.49. so let's check if the number here we got this is the sum. So just copy, for example, I like to do it this way, calculator. This number over, I think 39, which is 40 minus, will be equal to so 10.49679, 10.4679. So this is exactly the variance. So this is how you calculate it step by step if you want by Excel. So also if you want to generate random data, you do this by data analysis also. You go to, there's a random number generation options here. You click on OK, and then you have number of variables. Just leave it blank, and then number of random numbers. This is the number of values of measurements or whatever you wanna really generate. So I choose it to be 40. You here choose the type of distribution. Make sure you choose normal, and then you can choose the mean, which you want the random set of numbers to be. So I'm gonna choose the same mean that I have here, which is 244.625. A standard deviation, you can also choose whatever you want. I'm going to choose the same standard deviation, which is 3.2398 and then here you have the output range. Also always choose new worksheet play so things doesn't mix, and then you have random seed. Choose whatever you want to choose. I will choose here 540, and then click on OK. You will see that there is a set of numbers that have been generated in new sheet 5, and then if you want to make any statistics for them, you're gonna just follow the same process, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.